My wife had a second family for 8 years. I found out by accident. My name is Bryan. I'm 42 now. But the story I'm about to tell began when I was 34, on a rainy Thursday in late October. I was married, at least I thought I was. Her name was Clarissa. We'd been together nearly a decade, married for 6. We had what I believed was a quiet, mature relationship. A little distance, sure, but I thought that was normal. Passion fades, comfort takes over. We still had our Sunday mornings, bad movies, inside jokes no one else understood. Or maybe that's just what I wanted to believe. Clarissa worked in consulting, always traveling, big clients, long trips. She'd fly out Tuesday mornings and come back Friday nights, sometimes Saturday. It bothered me at first, but I adjusted. You have to. I buried myself in work, picked up freelance gigs, kept myself busy. When she came home, she was present, attentive, loving. She'd bring me silly airport gifts, mugs, socks with programming jokes. I remember once she brought a snow globe from Boston. It had a little lobster in it and the word clawsome. We laughed like idiots. That's what still haunts me. It felt real, until the day it shattered. With something so small, so stupid, it almost makes me laugh now. She forgot her iPad. It was a Friday. She'd left 2 days earlier for a conference in Pittsburgh. Her flight back was that afternoon. I was cleaning up breakfast and nearly spilled coffee on the charging cable. That's when I noticed it. Screen lit, unlocked. A message popped up from someone named Ava. Jacob's game is at 5 now. Dad switched shifts. We made posters. At first I thought it was a work thing. Maybe Clarissa was mentoring someone. But then I saw more messages, hundreds, photos, videos. Ava was a child, maybe 8. There was a boy too, Jacob, 6 maybe. Blonde hair, gap-toothed grin, and Clarissa was in all of it, holding birthday cakes, hugging the kids, kissing a man on the cheek, sitting on the front steps of a yellow house, wearing a sweatshirt I had bought her 2 Christmases ago. I tapped into the photo gallery. My fingers were ice. Then I saw a video. Ava is holding the phone whispering, "We're gonna scare mommy." She walks into a room. Clarissa is in bed with a man I don't recognize. She laughs, tosses a pillow. The man chuckles and pulls the girl into a hug. They look like a family, like they've always been one. I sat on the kitchen floor and watched that video at least 10 times. No tears. Not yet. Just a deep, suffocating confusion. The kind where your brain tries to rearrange your entire reality and nothing fits anymore. Clarissa walked in around 6 that evening. She kissed my cheek, then froze, saw the iPad on the coffee table. Her face didn't shift into shock, or guilt, or even fear. She just sat down and said, "I figured this might happen someday." I remember staring at her, not breathing. My voice sounded like someone else's when I asked, "How long?" She looked me in the eye. 8 years. 8 years. Not a one-night mistake. Not an affair. A second life. A second home. A second husband. 2 children. She didn't cry, didn't beg, just sat there calm, like she had rehearsed for this exact moment, and maybe she had. "You were never a mistake," she said, "but you were never my only." I asked her if she'd loved him the whole time. She nodded. "Yes, and I loved you too, just differently. He gave me structure. You gave me freedom. I couldn't move. I couldn't scream. I wanted to. God, I wanted to tear the room apart. But my body was frozen. My thoughts, looping. I kept seeing her carrying groceries through our door, laughing at my awful cooking, singing under her breath while folding laundry. I thought those moments were ours. They weren't. They were borrowed. She had a second phone. "Work only," she used to say. Now I knew that was her real life. With Stephen. That was the phone where she messaged Ava and Jacob, where she sent selfies from hotel rooms I thought she stayed in alone. She had 2 calendars, one joint with me, another coded, with initials and fake client names that actually mapped to school plays, dentist appointments, soccer games. Everything was engineered, elegant, precise. She never let me pick her up from the airport. I like the quiet after flight, she claimed. No, she didn't want me to accidentally run into her family. She packed her own suitcase, took it into the bathroom. I thought she was just private. Turns out she was hiding things in plain sight. She was a system, a mechanism of lies so intricate I almost respected the architecture of it, until I realized I was living inside it. A week after I found out, I got an email. Subject line, "Do we need to talk?" It was from Stephen. He found my contact info through the iPad. Apparently, Clarissa hadn't wiped it. Maybe she thought I wouldn't go digging. But I had, and so did he. We met halfway, a diner off I-85. Neutral ground. I hadn't shaved in days. He wore a fleece vest and had the look of a man who hadn't slept. We didn't shake hands, just sat. He looked normal, kind eyes, nervous. Just another guy who thought he had a wife. She told me you were a coworker, he said, then a business partner. Then he stopped asking. We compared timelines, matched trips. We discovered she bought us both anniversary gifts from the same store. Same day, so the credit card charges wouldn't look suspicious. He showed me their wedding photo. Clarissa looked radiant. I pulled up ours. Same necklace. She never even changed the jewelry. We synced calendars. My Asheville weekend trip, that was the same time as Ava's science fair. She flew out early, told me her flight was delayed. I brought her soup that night. She smiled, kissed me. Her daughter was asleep in another house, with no idea. I asked Stephen, did the kids ever suspect? He nodded slowly. Ava once found a picture of you. Clarissa said you were her boss. Ava joked that mommy had 2 husbands. We didn't laugh. Later I drove home in silence. The kind of silence that eats your thoughts. I kept wondering, did she ever mix up our names? Did she ever leave me to go straight into his arms? Was there a moment, one single second, where she felt guilt? Or was I just the backup life? I confronted her one final time. Was any of it real? She looked at me. Her eyes didn't waver. Yes, all of it. Even the I love yous? Especially those, she said. They were just complicated. I think that hurt more than if she denied everything, because it meant she believed it, in her own way. That she wasn't just lying, she was living 2 truths, and I was her reset button, her calm after chaos, her refuge, but not her home. Now, she's gone. We divorced, quietly, no courtroom drama, just paperwork and cold signatures. I think about her sometimes, about the woman who laughed at my jokes, who danced barefoot in our kitchen, who kissed my forehead during storms. And then I remember, she did the same things for someone else. Sometimes the most painful part isn't that someone lied, it's that they meant every word and still chose the lie. If you've made it this far, maybe you've been there. Maybe you're there now. Let me tell you something. The truth, it won't kill you. It will shatter you, yes. But then, it will set you free. She lived 2 lives, now I live one. And for the first time in years, it's real. Support me by liking this video and sharing your story.